Okay, so today we get a special jam-packed day. We've got a pre-inspection to head to in a bit. And the purpose for the pre-inspection is to get the buyers to be confident in the house that they're about to offer on. You know, kind of an eyes wide open, knowing what you're getting into. In the house that we're going to, it's kind of a sold as is, estate sale, and also it's a potential rehab flip situation for my buyers. So they're gonna have lots of opportunity for growth in their equity if they put some sweat equity into it. And it's a big project, so we're gonna see if it's gonna be for them or not. Okay, here we are. We made it to our pre-inspection. Again, this house just came on the market. My clients wanted to see it right away yesterday. We got them in, no problems at all. And it's a investment opportunity for them. Lots of room for equity when they put in some sweat equity. So we're gonna see if it all pencils out and see kind of what the inspection has to offer. So looking forward to it. Here we go. Voila, we're in. Okay, so today we're lucky because we've got an inspector and we've got 2 trainees. So he's going to be really thorough and really get a great picture and a sense for our buyers on what's going on at the house. So that's why we got a couple different bodies with us here today. So what is an inspection? An inspection is an opportunity for a buyer to conduct a thorough inspection with a licensed and certified inspector on a house that they may or may not want to purchase. And so we can either do an inspection after being under contract, or we can do an inspection before being under contract. So if it's before, it is pre-inspection. In competitive markets or competitive situations specific to a house, we might not be able to do one after we're under contract, so we do a pre-inspection. Again, it's to give the buyers peace of mind to understand everything they're going up against with a house, kind of answer all the questions, eyes wide open. In the case of a lot of sellers in today's market, most of them aren't doing any repairs. Most of them are selling homes as is. Some of them are fixed up, some of them are not. And so we just have to know for the buyers everything that they're going to run into for the most part. So that's why we do an inspection. So inspections usually cost around almost $500 to sometimes $700, depending on the house and the layout and the size and all that. So most of them are about $500, and we can get them scheduled very, very fast. I've got inspectors on standby, ready to go. And yesterday, when when the buyers decided they wanted to get a pre-inspection on this house, it took me about 20 minutes to line up times, secure the showings, and block out a chunk of window for us to have access to the house. So that's what we're doing today.
So they're just kind of extra eyes and they're just doing their thing to get some extra hours. So cool. Hope you don't mind them being here.
Not at all.
Cool. If you have any questions that you come across as you're wandering around, feel free. If you want to follow me, feel free, which is pretty typical for the age of the sighting. And you might go through it in a day and spruce it up. I don't know if you guys are planning on doing it.
But again, like we've talked about, at all of these houses, everything's fixable, it's just time and money. So
There's plenty of space to work with.
I wouldn't expect to like solve this
today,
before
yeah,
putting in an offer and
yeah,
moving it.
Yeah.
This would be something you'd have to like live with and be like, how do I optimize this best?
What's the allure of a project house for you guys?
I get a lot of satisfaction out of it, out of creating and seeing something improved.
Mm-hmm.
Like for me, it's the creative part. I love all things creative. I like grew up doing a lot of art and things like that. Grew up in a very like art-focused family. And then I went into a science career. So for me, it's like the thing that I don't get to do in my day-to-day that like makes me happy on the weekends is like being creative.
So we're a ways into the inspection here at the house and talking with my buyers, you know, really trying to help them understand that while we learn a lot from inspections, we're never going to know, you know, the end result potentially. So the exact price points on repairs and all that stuff, we have to do our best guess and ballpark and really take the knowledge that I have working with contractors on my listing preps and my own homes and other clients' homes and really get a sense of what kind of numbers we're talking about. So right now the buyers are walking around with the inspectors. We just kind of finished going over some things on what to look out for, big ticket items. Obviously, those are always a crawl space, an attic, a roof, and any structural or foundation issues. So in the crawl space, are the beams and the joists, are they rotted out? Are they dry and stable? You know, on the siding, do we need to replace all of the siding, or can we get away with sections and new caulk, new paint and all that? One of the things the inspector has pointed out, which is pretty standard, and that is, you know, the south side of the home is going to get the most weather, right? It's going to have the most sun exposure, and so that south side is going to have maybe more paint deterioration and siding issues potentially. One of the big things I tell all my buyers and clients is to not look at projects on a whole scale right away. Break it down into phases. Phases 1, 2, and 3, right? So what do we need to do, or what could we do in the first month or 2 months after purchasing? What could we do in the first year? What could we do in 5 years? There is a lot of discussion about what a house needs and what you might want in a house. And from my perspective, a lot of houses, they don't need a lot if you really, really think about it. So let's be really clear on what does the house really need for us to live in it. It doesn't need fancy new counters all the time. Maybe it needs new fixtures or new paint. So really breaking those things down is important. Another message that I like to share with clients on inspection day is when we have these issues that come up and we really step back, and is it going to be an immediate concern, or is it going to be, you know, in a couple months we got to take care of it. So those are the things we try to figure out on inspections. And one of my favorite reminders for all my clients, whether they're first-time home buyers or experienced investors, is everything that comes up on an inspection is fixable. It just costs time and money, but it doesn't have to be your time and your money. So that is really the essence and the decision we have to make. Yeah, next steps is just you guys sleep on it tonight, talk through the drive home, take a look at the pics, and you know, figure out if it's a project you want to undertake or not. Potentially, there's no shame in anything, right? Again, I cannot stress this enough. If it's not a hell yes, probably should be a no. So just finished up the inspection and got the word from the inspector and what they saw and all the things to think about and look for. And so now you've seen what an inspection looks like. And if you have questions, obviously when we're going after houses, We're going to talk about all our options on taking homes as is, pre-inspection, after inspection, seller's inspection, the whole gamut. That's what I'm here for. That's what I'm here to help you with. Thanks for watching. Be well.